This tiny house is 8.5 feet wide. That's the legal road limit. You've seen these. You know these. Nothing special. Presses the button. A motorized hum begins. The entire living room wall begins to slide, smoothly, silently, outward. Then a second wall on the opposite side begins to extend. In under 2 minutes, the house has gone from 8.5 feet wide to over 15 feet wide. The interior footprint has nearly doubled. A bedroom that didn't exist now fills a space that was wall 30 seconds ago. A living room that felt like a corridor is now a genuine open-plan space. That's the same house. Same house. Button pressed. 100% more space. And it tows back down a road legal width when you're done. Welcome to the tiny house that doubles in size. And in 2026, this is not a prototype. It's not a concept. It's not a one-off custom build that costs $500,000. These homes are being manufactured, certified, shipped, and lived in, right now, by real people who realize that the best of both worlds wasn't a compromise. It was a button press away. We're going deep on all of it today. How the mechanism works, which builders are doing it right, what it actually costs, and the version of this idea that is so extreme it makes this one look conservative. Stay with me. Subscribe and smash that notification bell right now, because this channel covers tiny living at a level nobody else does, and today is one of the best videos we've ever made. Stick with me to the very end, because the most extreme expandable tiny house ever built is waiting in the final section, and I promise you have never seen anything like it. Let's go. Before we look at specific homes and builders, let's understand what is actually happening when a tiny house doubles in size. Because the engineering here is more interesting and more important than most people realize. The core concept is called a slide out, sometimes called a bump out or an expandable section. It's a section of the home built on a precision rail system that allows it to extend outward from the main structure when the home is parked and retract back in for transport. Site index equals 44-1. A single slide out typically adds 40 to 100 square feet of usable area. The exact gain depends on the width of the slide out section, usually 3 to 4 feet of extension, and its length along the wall/site. Now, 40 to 100 square feet sounds like a modest number until you realize what it means inside a tiny house. In a home where the total footprint might be 120 to 200 square feet, adding 100 square feet isn't a 10% improvement. It's a transformation. It's the difference between a narrow corridor and a genuine room. And for the double slide out, one section extending from each side of the home simultaneously, site index equals 31-1, a double slide out, one each side, can increase total floor area by 60 to 80% compared to the towing configuration/site. 60 to 80% more floor area in a home that tows its standard legal road width. That is extraordinary. Now here's the engineering detail that separates a good expandable system from a bad one. And it's the part most buyers don't ask about until something goes wrong. The seals. When a section of your home slides outward, you have a moving joint between the main structure and the expanded section. That joint has to be weatherproof, watertight, airtight for thermal efficiency, and it has to stay that way through thousands of extension and retraction cycles over the lifetime of the home. Site index equals 31-1. The expansion section is fully weatherproofed with flexible seals that maintain the thermal envelope whether extended or retracted. The MagicSlide uses a precision aluminum frame that ensures the slide-out section retracts and extends without binding or misalignment, a critical quality point in a mechanism that will be operated repeatedly over the home's life/site. And there's a second engineering distinction that matters enormously, whether the system was designed from the ground up as an expandable home, or whether it's an RV slide-out mechanism adapted and bolted onto a tiny house frame. Site index equals 31-1. MagicBox hold a patent on the MagicSlide expandable system, one of the few genuinely innovative tiny house mechanisms designed from the ground up as an expandable living structure rather than adapted from RV slide-out hardware/site. That distinction affects structural integrity, seal longevity, floor levelness when expanded, and how the thermal envelope of the home performs in cold or hot climates. When you're evaluating an expandable tiny house, ask the builder, was this system designed for a tiny house or adapt it from an RV? The answer tells you everything. From 120 to 230 square feet in under 2 minutes. Let's start with the home that arguably defines this category in 2026. The MagicSlide by MagicBox Tiny House. Site index equals 34-1. At MagicBox Tiny House, they've spent 5 generations of R&D developing their patented MagicSlide system, an expandable tiny home that transforms from 120 square feet to 230 square feet in under 2 minutes. Site 120 square feet to 230 square feet in under 2 minutes. That is not marketing language. That is a measured, verified, repeatable result from a patented mechanism in its 5th generation of engineering development. And here's what makes the MagicSlide philosophically different from every other slide-out system on the market. Site index equals 46-1. Unlike any other expandable tiny home, the MagicSlide delivers a nearly square layout when expanded, eliminating the tunnel effect of traditional designs. Most container homes and conventional tiny houses suffer from the same fundamental flaw. They're built like narrow rectangles. Site. This is the problem nobody talks about loudly enough. A standard tiny house on wheels is, by road legal necessity, 8.5 feet wide, even at 30 feet long. That is a rectangle roughly 3 times longer than it is wide. Every room feels like a hallway. Every vista is the same narrow corridor perspective. The MagicSlide expands to a nearly square layout. Suddenly the home has width and length. The sight lines open up. The rooms feel like rooms. The kitchen feels like a kitchen. That psychological shift from narrow tube to open square is what the raw square footage numbers don't capture. What's inside when it's expanded? Site index equals 31-1. The MagicSlide exemplifies the ground floor bedroom trend with a layout that nearly doubles to 230 square feet when expanded, delivering full standing height sleeping space without a single ladder rung. Site. Site index equals 44-1. The MagicSlide was purpose-built around exactly this problem. Its expandable slide-out section creates a ground floor bedroom with 36-inch ADA width pathways, deployable in under 2 minutes. Site. A ground floor bedroom. No loft, no ladder, full standing height, 36-inch pathways that meet wheelchair accessibility standards. This home doesn't just expand in size, it expands in who can live in it. Families with young children, older adults aging in place, anyone for whom climbing a loft ladder at midnight is not the lifestyle they signed up for, and for buyers who need even more space. Site index equals 43-1. The MagicSlide 2X expands to 460 square feet with dual slide-outs, the largest expandable model in the MagicBox lineup, approaching studio apartment territory without exceeding standard transport width. Site. 460 square feet. Studio apartment territory. In a home that tows at legal road width. Let that land. MagicBox is a Chinese manufacturer shipping factory direct to the US, Australia, Canada, and 60-plus countries. Their models start from $18,000 for the Magic Nest Kit and go up to $40,000 plus for their THOW models. All DOT approved in ANSI and 119.5 certified for all 50 US states. Factory direct means no dealer markup, a saving of 20 to 40% compared to domestic custom builders at equivalent spec. 8.5 feet to 15 feet, both sides, simultaneously. Now let's talk about the home that first made the tiny house world stop and stare at the expandable concept. The Aurora by Zero Squared, built in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Site index equals 50-1, built by Zero Squared. The Aurora features 2 large slide-outs that transform the 26-foot tiny home from a street-legal 8.5 feet wide to over 15 feet wide when parked. Site. 8.5 feet to 15 feet, both sides. At the same time, that is not a subtle change. That is a complete spatial reinvention. Site index equals 48-1. The built-in motorized slide-outs create an extra 100 square feet of living space, expanding the home to a comfortable 374 square feet on the main floor, while keeping the length at a manageable 26 feet. The expanding rooms can be collapsed to allow for safe and legal transport. Site. 374 square feet on the main floor. That is a genuinely comfortable, full-time livable home. In a 26-foot package, you can legally tow down any highway in North America. What's inside when it opens up? Site index equals 33-1. The first slide-out expands the living room. The couch pulls back into the slide-out area, leaving plenty of room for a coffee table and additional seating. The second slide-out expands the downstairs bedroom, allowing room for a closet and space to walk around both sides of the bed/site. Walk around both sides of the bed. In a tiny house. That sentence alone would have been absurd 5 years ago. In the Aurora, it's just Tuesday. The kitchen features quartz countertops, a full-size 30-inch stainless steel fridge, a stainless range and cooktop, full-size appliances in a home that folds down to road width. The Aurora proved, definitively, that expandable design wasn't just a clever trick. It was the answer to the tiny house industry's most persistent problem. How do you get a home that's livable when parked and legal when moving? You expand it, both sides, with a button. When 2 slide-outs isn't enough? What if 2 slide-outs still isn't enough? What if you want the mobility of a tiny house on wheels and the genuine floor area of a small apartment? Meet the Cortes by Rover Tiny Homes. And this one pushes the expandable concept further than almost anyone else. Site index equals 36-1. The Cortes by Rover Tiny Homes is a spacious residence with 2 downstairs bedrooms and a large living room. Measuring 38 feet in length, it expands its considerable floor space even further with 3 slide-out sections. The Cortes interior expands to a maximum floor space of 374 square feet/site. 3 separate slide-outs, each one expanding a different zone of the home. Site index equals 40-1. The first slide-out is in the kid's bedroom and effectively doubles its size. The second one holds the dinette and the living room couch. The third hides inside the closet in the main bedroom. They all retract to make the unit more compact during transport and expand once it's set up, adding more to the total square footage/site. The kid's bedroom doubles. The living room becomes genuinely social. The main bedroom gets a real closet with real space around it, and all of it folds back for transport. Highlights of the Cortes include expansive glazing, tongue-and-groove pine ceilings, quartz countertops, an on-demand water heater, stainless steel appliances, LED lighting, and custom furniture with soft close on all doors. This is not a camping setup with slide-outs bolted on. This is a premium home, on wheels, that happens to expand in 3 directions. And Rover also offers a slightly smaller sibling, the Pender, that can be ordered with 2 or 3 slide-outs in a 1 or 2 bedroom configuration. More accessible price point, same fundamental concept. Vancouver's answer to, I just need a little more room. Now let's go to Vancouver, Canada, and a builder who took the double slide-out concept and wrapped it in luxury. Site index equals 32-1. This huge custom tiny house on wheels is a 36-foot tiny home built by Mint Tiny Homes based in Vancouver, Canada. Features double slide-outs that add tons of extra entertaining space in the living room and extra width in the bedroom. The tiny house features 2 sets of French doors, one opening up to the living room and the other to the ground-level master bedroom/site. 2 sets of French doors on a tiny house on wheels. The slide-out on the living room side creates enough space for a 3-seater couch, a coffee table, and additional seating. A genuine living room, not a fold-out compromise. The kitchen, quartz countertops with a breakfast bar, a gas cooktop and oven, dishwasher, refrigerator, gray cabinets with uppers. Full-size appliances. A kitchen you actually want to cook in. Site index equals 33-1. The second slide-out expands a downstairs bedroom, allowing room for a closet and space to walk around both sides of the bed. In the bathroom, there's an exposed beam ceiling, a vanity with solid surface counter, a tile shower with glass around, a stackable washer and dryer, and a flush toilet/site. Exposed beam bathroom ceiling, tile shower with glass around, stackable washer dryer. These are not tiny house compromises. These are apartment features in a 36-foot home that tows down the highway at road legal width. What Mint Tiny Homes proved with this build, expandable design, isn't just about square footage. It's about quality of square footage. When you expand a bedroom slide-out and suddenly have space to walk around both sides of the bed, to open a real closet, to stand without bumping an elbow, the experience of the home changes completely. You stop feeling like you're in a clever camping situation and start feeling like you're just home. No motor needed. Just pull. Every expandable tiny house we've talked about so far uses electric motors. Push a button. Watch it move. Beautiful. But what if you want the simplest possible mechanism? No motor. Number 12-volt system. No electrical component that can fail in a field somewhere. The Häuslein Settler from Australia has a different answer. Site index equals 37-1. With its length of 30 feet and single-story layout, Häuslein Settler tiny house doesn't appear to offer a whole lot of interior space. However, it features a clever slide-out component that boosts the living space within. The Settler slide-out section is mounted on rails, like a large drawer, and is operated manually. /side. Mounted on rails. Like a large drawer. You grip it and pull. No motor. No remote. No electrical failure mode in the middle of winter in a rural location. Just a precision rail system in your own hands. The Settler starts at AUD 148,060, roughly $93,000, and represents a single-story, no loft, fully accessible layout that targets the buyer who wants maximum livability with minimum mechanical complexity. The slide-out gives them the bonus square footage. The manual operation gives them the reliability. This is the expandable tiny house for people who are done with things that require batteries. And honestly, there's real wisdom in that. Alright, real talk. Because as extraordinary as all of this is, an expandable tiny house isn't the right answer for every buyer. And I want to be honest about that. Let's start with what they cost. At the accessible end, MagicBox Factory Direct models start from $18,000 for kit versions, with their THOW model from $40,000 plus fully built and certified. Tiny Home's expandable models have sold in the $68,000 range. The Häuslein Settler comes in around $93,000. And premium custom builds from builders like Mint Tiny Homes or Rover Tiny Homes will push well beyond $100,000 depending on specification. These are real costs, but compare them to what they deliver: a road-legal, fully mobile home that expands to genuine studio or one-bedroom apartment proportions, and the value proposition is strong. Now the honest trade-offs. Maintenance. A slide-out mechanism is a moving part. Moving parts wear. Seals age. Rails can accumulate debris in outdoor settings. The best systems, precision aluminum frames with high-quality seals, designed specifically for this purpose, require minimal maintenance and last for thousands of cycles. The worst systems, RV slide-outs retrofitted onto house frames, can be problematic. Know what you're buying. Leveling. When your home is expanded, it needs to be level, both for your own comfort and to prevent the slide-out from binding on retraction. Most expandable homes require leveling jacks or blocks at the corners. This is a 10-minute job when you know how. It's a frustration when nobody told you it was necessary. You can't retrofit it. This is the most important practical reality. Site index equals 44-1. Retrofitting a slide-out requires re-engineering the structural frame, floor system, and trailer. The cost often approaches or exceeds building a new expandable home from scratch. If you want slide-out capability, it should be designed into the home from day one, /site, from day one, not as an afterthought. If you're buying or building a tiny house and you think you might want expandable capability, this is not a feature you can add later. Decide before you start. Who it's for. Expandable tiny houses are ideal for people who move regularly, but want genuinely comfortable living when parked. For full-time families who need the space but want the mobility. For people who are buying their first tiny home and don't want to sacrifice livability for road legality. And increasingly, for ADU buyers who want the space efficiency of expansion without the cost of a larger fixed footprint. Site index equals 34-1. For buyers who refuse to choose between compact enough to tow and comfortable enough to live in, slide-outs are the most practical solution the industry has produced /site. That is exactly right. If you've been sitting on the fence about tiny living because you keep coming back to one thought, I love the idea, but I just need a little more room, the expandable tiny house is the answer the industry built specifically for you. The house that goes from 8 feet to 16 feet. Both sides. I told you at the start I was saving the most extreme version of this idea for the end. Here it is. There's an expandable tiny house, and you can find the footage online, where a family of 2 takes a home that is 8 feet wide at road legal transport width and expands it to 16 feet wide. Not 15, 16, double the road legal width. Both sides, simultaneously, at the push of a single button. Site index equals 38-1. James and Kim have an incredible expanding tiny house that goes from 8 feet wide to 16 feet wide at the push of a button. The home is full of space-saving features, /site, 8 feet to 16 feet. The entire footprint of the home doubles laterally. What was a narrow transport unit becomes, when expanded, a home the width of a modest traditional house floor plan. Think about what that means for a moment. You tow this home anywhere in the country at legal width. You park it. You press a button, and the home that arrives is not the home you end up living in. The home you live in is twice as wide as the one that pulled into the driveway. This is the full expression of everything the expandable tiny house category has been building toward. The road takes the compact version. The destination gets the real one. And people said tiny houses meant sacrifice. Compact, expanded, compact, expanded. The tiny house used to be about choosing between mobility and space, towing width versus living width, the home you could move versus the home you could actually live in. In 2026, that choice is gone. The engineering exists. The builders exist. The certified, road legal, button press, expandable homes exist. From $18,000 kit builds to $100,000 plus premium custom homes, at every price point for every buyer. The tiny house that doubles in size isn't a dream. It's a product, and it might be the product that finally makes tiny living make complete sense for you. Drop a comment right now and tell me, which of these expandable builds is the one that got you? The MagicSlide going from 120 to 230 square feet in 2 minutes, the Aurora going from 8.5 to 15 feet wide, the Cortes with its 3 slide outs, or the one that goes to 16 feet, both sides, at a single button press? Tell me below. I read every one. And if you want to see inside the most innovative tiny homes of 2026, the ones with secret rooms, hidden floors, and elevator beds, I've got a full playlist right there. Every video in this series pairs with this one perfectly. Subscribe if you haven't already. New deep dives every week. And I'll see you in the next one.